What if you could live comfortably for less than your monthly grocery bill in the US? We're talking rent, food, transportation, everything. Welcome to Paraguay, one of South America's most overlooked and surprisingly affordable countries. But is it actually livable? Or just cheap? Let's break it all down. Paraguay sits quietly between Brazil and Argentina, often skipped by travelers chasing bigger names. But those who come here discover something different. No mass tourism, a slower pace of life, and a cost of living that feels like stepping back in time. The capital, Asunción, is where most expats settle, a city that blends colonial charm with modern convenience. Let's start with the biggest expense for anyone moving to a new country: housing. When you think about setting up a new life abroad, the cost of rent is often the most daunting figure. But in Paraguay, this is where the story takes a very pleasant and surprising turn. Forget the sky-high prices you might be used to. Here, affordability and quality of life go hand in hand, especially in the capital city of Asunción, which will be our main focus. So, how do you find a place? The process is quite modern and straightforward. Websites like Infocasus are the go-to digital marketplaces, offering extensive listings with photos and details. You can also work with local real estate agents who can guide you through different neighborhoods. Typically, you'll need a deposit, which is usually 1 month's rent, and the first month's rent paid up front. The paperwork is generally less intensive than in many Western countries, making the process relatively smooth for foreigners. Now for the numbers. Let's begin with the most budget-friendly option. For a basic, clean, and functional apartment, you can expect to pay between $200 to $300 per month. This would typically get you a studio or a simple one-bedroom in a safe residential neighborhood. It might not be in the trendiest part of town, but it's a perfectly comfortable and incredibly affordable starting point. If you want to be closer to the action, a modern one-bedroom apartment in a prime city center neighborhood like Villa Mora or Carmelitas will run you between $300 and $400. For this price, you're getting more than just a great location. These are often newer buildings with better finishes, more natural light, and the convenience of having cafes, restaurants, and shops right at your doorstep. And if you're looking for more space or a touch of luxury, you can find larger or upscale units for $400 to $600 a month. This could be a spacious 2-bedroom apartment or a premium 1-bedroom in a building loaded with amenities. We're talking about access to a swimming pool for those hot summer days, an on-site gym, and often 24/7 security, known locally as a portero, for added peace of mind. And here's the real game changer. A fantastic surprise for anyone who has ever had to furnish an apartment from scratch. Many, if not most, apartments in Paraguay come fully furnished. This isn't just a bed and a table. We're talking about a turnkey living solution. Sofas, a dining set, a television, kitchen appliances, and sometimes even dishes and linens. This means you can move in with just your suitcase, saving you thousands of dollars and the immense hassle of buying and moving furniture. Of course, rent is only part of the equation. Let's look at utilities, which are also refreshingly affordable. Your electricity bill will typically range from $30 to $70. The variation depends heavily on your air conditioning usage, which is a must-have during the hot summer months. If you're mindful, you can easily stay on the lower end of that range. Water is often included in your monthly building fees, known as expenses, which are usually part of the advertised rent. This is a common practice, especially in modern apartment buildings, simplifying your monthly bills. And for staying connected, high-speed fiber internet is widely available and very reliable, costing between $20 and $40 per month for plans that are more than fast enough for remote work, streaming, and video calls. So, when you add it all up, your total monthly housing cost, including rent and all essential utilities, lands somewhere between an incredible $250 and $450 per month. To put that into perspective, that's less than what you'd pay for a single, often cramped room in a shared apartment in most major US or European cities. In Paraguay, that same budget gets you your own private, comfortable, and often fully furnished apartment in the heart of the capital. It's a level of affordability that fundamentally changes what's possible for your lifestyle and your savings. Exploring the food scene in Paraguay is an adventure for the senses and a surprisingly light one for your wallet. Food here isn't just cheap, it's deeply satisfying and proudly local. The culinary landscape is a rich tapestry woven from Guarani traditions and Spanish influences, creating a unique and hearty cuisine. It's a culture where food is central to social life, where meals are meant to be shared, and where fresh, locally sourced ingredients are the standard, not a luxury. From the vibrant energy of a neighborhood market to the comforting aroma of a home-cooked meal, you'll find that eating well is an integral part of daily life. One of the first things you'll notice is how incredibly affordable it is to eat out. Whether you're grabbing a quick bite or sitting down for a full meal, your money goes a long way. Street food, a must-try experience, will only set you back about $1 to $3. A generous and filling meal at a local restaurant or comedor typically costs between $2 and $5. And even for a more upscale mid-range dining experience, you're looking at a very reasonable $6 to $10 per person. So, what should be on your culinary checklist? The list of must-try local foods is long, but a few national treasures stand out. First up is sopa paraguaya. Don't let the name fool you. Despite being called soup, it's actually a savory, dense, and delicious cornbread, often enriched with cheese and onions. It's a staple at any gathering. Then there's chipa, a gluten-free cheese bread made from cassava starch that you will see absolutely everywhere, sold by street vendors called chiparas, who carry them in large baskets. It's the perfect on-the-go snack. For something more substantial, try vori vori, a hearty chicken soup with fluffy dumplings made of cornmeal and cheese. And of course, you can't talk about Paraguayan food without mentioning the excellent quality of its beef. An asado, or barbecue, is a cultural institution. If you prefer cooking at home, you'll find that groceries are just as budget-friendly. Shopping at local markets is the key to getting the best prices and the freshest ingredients. A typical monthly grocery bill for a single person or a couple can range from $120 to $180, especially if you focus on local products. Fresh produce is extremely cheap. You can fill your bags with tropical fruits like mangoes and papayas, along with staples like tomatoes, onions, and mandioca for just a few dollars. Meat and rice are staples of the Paraguayan diet and are also very affordable. High-quality beef from the local butcher is a fraction of what you might pay elsewhere. And we can't forget the national drink, tereré. This refreshing, cold-brewed yerba mate tea is a social ritual and a constant companion in the Paraguayan heat. You'll see people enjoying it everywhere, from parks to offices. It's more than a drink, it's a symbol of friendship and community. So, when you add it all up, your total monthly food budget, combining groceries and a healthy amount of dining out, will likely fall between $150 and $250. This allows for a rich and varied diet without ever feeling like you're pinching pennies. In Paraguay, you can eat well, explore a unique and delicious cuisine, and embrace the local food culture, all without even trying to budget. Getting around is simple and very affordable. Bus rides, $0.50, $1 taxis, inexpensive, especially for short trips. Rideshare apps are available in major areas. Many locals rely on buses, but expats often mix taxis and walking. Monthly transport cost, $20, $50. In a world that constantly demands more speed, more noise, more consumption, Paraguay offers a radical alternative. It isn't flashy, and that's not a shortcoming. It's the entire point. This is a country that marches to the beat of its own, much gentler drum. Life here is fundamentally slower, quieter, and less stressful. The national mindset can be summed up in one word: tranquilo. It's a state of being that prioritizes peace over pressure. This translates into daily life in tangible ways. Lunch breaks can be generous. Social gatherings are rarely governed by a strict clock, and there's a pervasive sense that things will get done in their own time. For those accustomed to a frantic pace, this can be a significant adjustment, but it's the very essence of the Paraguayan lifestyle. This relaxed pace fosters a deep sense of community. Social life isn't an event you schedule. It's woven into the fabric of the day. You'll see people gather in parks and on front porches to share tereré. This isn't just a cold herbal tea, it's a cherished social ritual. A group shares a single cup, or guampa, and a metal straw, the bombilla. One person serves, refilling the cup for each person in the circle. It's a symbol of friendship and trust, a way to connect and pass the time together. This is the heart of simple social living, valuing connection over consumption and presence over productivity. Family is paramount, and weekends are often dedicated to large, leisurely asados or barbecues that last for hours. While deeply traditional, Paraguay is not closed off. There's a small but steadily growing expat community, especially in the capital, Asunción. Here you'll find a blend of cultures, with digital nomads and retirees drawn to the country's unique appeal. This community provides a familiar social anchor for newcomers, making the transition smoother without isolating you from the local culture. It's important to set expectations, however. If your lifestyle revolves around a bustling urban scene, you might feel a sense of lack. You won't find sprawling nightlife districts with clubs open until dawn. Instead, evenings are about intimate bars, local pubs, and long dinners with friends. Don't expect luxury shopping on every corner or a calendar packed with constant, high-octane entertainment. Life's pleasures are simpler. A walk along the costanera in Asunción, exploring a local market, or simply enjoying the quiet of your own home. The entertainment is what you create with the people around you. So, who is this lifestyle truly for? It's ideal for remote workers who can trade a chaotic city for a peaceful, low-cost base without sacrificing connectivity. It's a haven for retirees looking to make their pensions stretch further while enjoying a warm climate and a welcoming community. It's perfect for budget travelers who want to experience an authentic, off-the-beaten-path slice of South America. And above all, it's for anyone who has grown tired of the noise and wants to choose intentional peace over unintentional chaos. It's for those who believe a rich life is measured not by what you have, but by the quality of your time. To keep this real, Paraguay isn't perfect. Things to consider: limited English outside major areas. Slower infrastructure, hot, humid climate. Healthcare is affordable but basic. If you're expecting luxury, this isn't it. But if you value freedom, simplicity, and low expenses, it can feel like a hidden paradise. Here's the full monthly breakdown. Housing, $250, $450. Food, $150, $250. Transport, $20, $50 extras, $50, $100 total, $400, $650 month. Yes, that's real. Paraguay may not be famous, but that's exactly why it's still affordable. In a world where everything is getting more expensive, places like this are becoming rare. So the question is, would you trade convenience for freedom?